Shopping season of the year is nearly upon us. We have a warning tonight that some of your purchasing decisions could put not only jobs but also lives at risk. Local 12's Paula Toti has been investigating how what starts with you buying a knockoff can end in violence.
When Cincinnati police recently raided a place for selling what's believed to be counterfeit belts, watches, and purses, along with bootleg DVDs and movies, it was taken so seriously, experts from New York were brought in to see if they could spot the fakes. Police say the experts found purses going for $100 that, had they been real, would have gone for a few thousand.
So I have to ask, who walks in and thinks they're getting a $2,000 bag for $100?
I think you're kidding yourself.
But while the property seized in Cincinnati may have been selling at deep discounts, that is not always the case anymore. For instance, if you buy one of the fancy handbags in the beautiful silky covering, you might be paying just a few bucks less than the retail price for a counterfeit. The criminals want you to think you're getting a deal instead of a steal, staying one step ahead of the consumer. Amy Dewell used to get invited to parties selling knockoff purses.
They used to. I heard they had to stop doing that, though, because there was some scandals around that. I don't know if some of the items were coming up stolen.
Now, as a wise consumer, she questions especially what she sees online, where there are not only counterfeit products, but fake websites. Fake parts are being sold to the military, extension cords and batteries are faked. The trade of illicit goods, counterfeits, and illegal lookalikes is now so prolific, it's 5 to 7% of all world trade. Its link to crime has the U.S. Chamber of Commerce doing a video blitz to educate consumers.
This is not your parents' counterfeiters. We've seen that these networks are also engaged in human trafficking, drug trafficking, and even in some cases funding terrorism.
At least the first World Trade Center bombing in '93 was indeed financed partially by sales of counterfeit goods in New York.
Walter Clements is now a consultant, but has been an FBI special agent and spent 23 years chasing the trail of counterfeits around the world for Procter & Gamble. He's had a gun held to his head in that chase and has seen the human trafficking.
Literally, in one case, chained to a chair to make counterfeit batteries. The treatment of the people that are behind the counterfeiting, that are doing the counterfeiting, is just horrendous.
Experts admit most consumers searching for fashion and bargains don't realize this possible criminal link. You're also not going to see many makers of luxury goods in particular talk publicly about the problem, thinking their brand will be associated with scandal or product devalued. But the truth is,
almost any brand that is doing well in the market that people are buying is going to be counterfeited.
Do you think you have what it takes to spot a counterfeit battery?
I would say yes.
Canon is one of the few companies coming forward, warning consumers to watch what they buy. A fake battery can not only ruin a camera, it can cause a fire. Many fakes can be dangerous.
I've seen laundry detergent made from road salt and sawdust.
To avoid fakes, trust your gut. Shop online at reputable sites. Call phone numbers to make sure they sound legitimate. In person, shop places you trust and ones that give you a way to return something when there's a problem. If someone doesn't charge sales tax, it's a tip they don't want a paper trail.
Is it getting better or worse?
Well, unfortunately, I think it's getting worse because it's incredibly profitable.
Giving rise to more counterfeiting being done in the U.S. And experts say custom agents only have the manpower to inspect about 2% of the containers coming into the U.S. Technology has also added to the problem, with almost any small item able to be counterfeited in 24 hours.
It sounds so much like the drug problem, that you have to stop it on the demand side because you're never going to get the supply side.
There are a lot of similarities to the drug problem.
Paula Toti, Local 12 News.
If you need another reason to stay away from fakes, in some cases buying them online can expose you to identity theft.
Well,